Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to NFL Week 9. Here we are, Bets and Brewskis podcast.
What?
We are giving... Oh, what a catch by... Is that Judge?
Yeah, Judge.
All right, we got the World Series on, so we're watching this thing live. It's Game 5, sorry.
Game 5.
Yep, so we may be stopping to react to that, but we got a full slate of NFL games coming at you. All right, ladies
Don't
and gentlemen.
adjust your television sets. Yes, we are a little different this
Yeah, we...
flipped it around.
Yep, the bad Brewski himself flipped his entire living around.
West to east.
It looks the same on camera, though, so you can't really
It kind of does. But don't adjust those sets anyway.
Don't click away. Alrighty,
Like,
ladies and gentlemen.
subscribe,
Do you guys have any notes you want to start with this weekend?
I mean, on to this week. I don't want to talk about last week.
The Colts have a one-way ticket to the playoffs.
Joe Flacco.
That's about all I got.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking amped up.
The
I didn't
Col-
know how to feel about it at first, to be honest. But like the more that I like sat and actually thought about it, like, yeah, the dude's fucking 21 years old. That's mine. 21 years old. He's played a total of like 23 games in his entire fucking life. Like, yeah, he's not ready for fucking NFL football yet, and we have a team that is ready to go. Like, we've paid basically everybody that we needed to pay. Like, our defense is fucking not, like, playing pretty well. Jonathan Taylor is...
He's look good.
Yeah, he's looking very good. He's just got to stay healthy. But, like, O-line looks good. Well, the O-line looked good until last week, but... We have a team that can go, and Flacco is the leader.
But I think Flacco elevates the offensive line.
100%, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got better awareness
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, and I mean he can make like hots and checks and like, you know.
Yep.
So
And he's not immobile. He can move.
yeah.
He's
He's a little immobile in the pocket.
That's the second coming of
He
Peyton
can
Manning
move.
back
He
there in the
can
pocket.
move, buddy.
He moves when necessary.
Yeah.
Just like his
Whenever
first
there's
touchdown
nobody
in the
within
NFL.
10 yards of him, he can move.
Hey, his first touchdown in the NFL was a 30-something yard run.
That was
40 years ago.
That was 19.
Whatever.
1937, I think that was.
It's funny, your dad, I was talking about fantasy,
Yeah.
and he's like, complaining about his quarterbacks. He's like,
Yeah.
I have to rely on, he had to rely on somebody, and then he called Anthony Richardson the glass quarterback.
Not inaccurate.
Well,
Or the out of breath quarterback.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude.
That was rough.
I mean, okay. It did get a little, like, out of proportion from the media because, like, it was a 3rd and goal from the 20-yard line. So, like, the only thing that was going to come out of that with him at quarterback was going to be bad things. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to throw a pick, and, like...
He's got to try. He's the team
we're,
leader.
Yeah.
We're not out of, like, we're out of the fucking game. But, like, yeah, a terrible look, but, like, I don't want you to throw a pick there and just, we don't, like... We got a field goal, and it kept us in the game, and we had a chance to win at the end, but fucking...
I don't know. In a pressure situation like that, that's a tough look. That's,
No, 100%
it's
it's a
terrible
tough look, yeah.
What if that was
So-
for the game? I mean,
Yeah.
you got to do it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Lamar ain't sitting out, so...
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I see Lamar run 80 yards sideline to sideline, and then he's just like, it's a fucking QB power the next play. Like,
Lamar's also
he goes
50
for
pounds.
80.
Lamar's also 50 pounds lighter than him.
And he puts in fucking work, boys.
Lamar's what? 230.
I don't. He was 230 last year. I think he dropped about
Yeah, he
15
slimmed down,
pounds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not that he needed to. He's perfect the way he was. But
He was a golden god.
now he's just a little slim thick. All right, let's get on with the week.
Renton's all choked up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the week. We got Thursday night football.
Can't get comfortable.
Thursday night football, we got the Houston Texans traveling up to New Jersey to take on the Jets. Right now, the Jets are 1.5 point favorites, over under 42.5. Jets coming into this game on a 5-game losing streak. Not looking at their best. Matt, what do you got?
Well, I just had to pull up my bet slip from last weekend, and it just so happened that every parlay that I had lost by one leg. I had a moneyline parlay with the Lions, the Packers, the Falcons, and the fucking Jets. And they fucking lost. I mean, dude, Should the Jets win this game?
No.
Absolutely.
That,
Should they win this fucking game? Yes. Like, the Texans, yes, their offense is still electric, but without Nico Collins and fucking Stephon Diggs, like, you're down to Tank Dell and John Mechie. So,
Joe
like,
Mixon.
yeah, Joe Mixon is good, but, like,
Dalton Schultz.
I do like me some Dalton
yeah,
Schultz.
no thank you. I'm not stepping within 20 feet of this fucking game. Now, I say that, and tomorrow I will place the same game fucking parlay with the Jets Jets money line, and I will fucking lose again.
Matt, the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem.
I do have a problem, dude. I fucking love Aaron Rodgers, and it sucks.
Man.
They should win this fucking game, though. Like, their offense is, on paper, one of the best in the league.
Yes, on paper.
On paper, one of the best in the league.
They don't play games with paper. Bro.
I don't understand what's going on. Like,
Well, that paper is being crushed by rock. You know how the old saying goes.
if you smell that rock,
I thought
or
scissors.
Rock,
No,
paper,
I know.
scissors.
I
Yeah,
know.
scissors,
Okay.
paper. Yeah. I haven't played rock, paper, scissors in a while.
You want to go now? I'm sure it's great television.
Alrighty, Brenton, what do you got?
I cannot place any monetary.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bet Halloween candy. Happy Halloween, happy Hallows Eve out there to everybody.
Boo.
I would not place any kind of currency on the New York Jets at this time. The morale is at an all-time low. What, so they've had Devontae for 2 weeks now?
This will be his third game, yes.
It'll be his third game. Hasn't really shown much. I mean,
He's had a couple
but
moments.
that's just the offense. The offense
Yeah.
is just not there at all. So give me the If you're giving me the Texans plus money, I'm taking
Yeah.
money.
This is such a rat line. Because, if you would have, if Blind, like, Monday after the game said, what's the line on this game? I would have been like, all right, Texans 2.5. Like, I would have never been like,
Yeah.
Jets are favored. Like, it's
A
crazy.
blind guy might have been typing these in.
That's true. That's true. It's crazy to think that a team that is 2-5 is favored against a team that is 6-2, or 2-6 actually. The Jets are 2-6. It's
do it again.
it's such a rat line, and I got to stay away from it. Stephon Diggs, he's been contributing to the offense, but right now the offense is running through Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon has looked great, and the Jets defense can be run on.
I'll tell you what, though. The Houston Texans offensive line is fucking bad.
Yes, they are.
Very fucking bad.
Well, old name of their tackle,
Laramie Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil gets about 7 penalties a game.
Well, yeah, and their left guard, I think,
You should lay off the fucking weed bombs.
dude, him with the gas mask on draft night will always be all time. But, like, I think Tunsil's a left tackle, too, right?
He's left tackle.
Yeah. And their left guard, like, fucking DeForest Buckner just ruined that guy's day all day on Sunday. Like, and the Jets' defensive line isn't bad, so
I just think they're going to run all over him with Joe Mixon.
You got Leonard Williams.
Their defense, the Texans' defense is also, their defensive pass rush is electric.
yeah. Well,
So, a non-mobile quarterback is going to struggle.
Bernard Rainey.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a rat line. I'm gonna stay away from that. I honestly kind of like the under 42.5. I think this is gonna be a bit of a dud. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of points scored in this game. So
if the Jets want a chance to win, they better hope it goes under 42.5.
yeah. Garrett Wilson has just looked terrible since trading for Devontae Adams. So, alrighty, moving on to the Sunday slate. We got stinker to start the day. We got the New England Patriots traveling to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Right now, Titans are 3.5 point favorites, over under 38.5. I believe they still have Mason Rudolph starting for them. Brenton, what do you got?
Woo, buddy. Neither of these teams are good.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody just rip ass?
I did not.
Not me.
Okay.
Holy shit, it must have been a ghost.
Halloween.
Fitting. Dude, I'm not putting any money on this game at all. I might take the under.
Are we just gonna go the whole podcast? This is a terrible game. I'm not putting any money on
I
this.
might take the under, to be honest.
Under
It seems
38
like an
and a
under game.
Yeah.
It's a low under, but
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why the Titans are favored by 3.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, so did the Titans? Who did the Titans play last week?
The Titans played somebody and got killed, I believe. They played.
Was it the Packers?
No, because they played the Packers earlier this year and Malik Willis beat them.
They played the Lions. They
Yeah,
got the shit kicked out of them. Yeah.
But the Lions only had Jared Goff only threw for 86 yards or something like that, and still had.
I mean, they had 52 points. So.
Yeah, well, because every time you looked at the TV, looked at Red Zone, they were returning a punt return or a kickoff for 70 yards.
Yeah. Hendon Hooker got to play. Had 3 passes, and David Montgomery threw a pass as well.
Well, I was eating
Threw a touchdown.
I was eating Sunday lunch with my family after the kickoff of the 1:00 games, and I'm watching my score, and I'm like, "Ooh, Lions are in the red zone," and then they run David Montgomery, and I'm like, "All right, Jared Goff or Jahmyr Gibbs, one of you, give me a touchdown here," and then David Montgomery throws a touchdown pass to not Amon-Ra or Jahmyr Gibbs, and I'm like, how do I get no fantasy points? And I have 3 players.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
What was the stats? They had more receiving, or not more
Return yards than actual offensive yards. It was crazy.
Well, they
And
took
their
one
defense-
90 or something.
Yeah, it was 90 yards, 70 yards, and 60 yards.
And their
I think.
defense just put them in excellent
Oh,
position the whole game.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Matt, do you have a pick on this game?
I don't really, to be honest. I mean, somehow the public is on the Patriots. I know they just beat the Jets barely, but is Drake May going to start or is it going to be Jacoby?
It's Drake May.
I
if
know,
he's healthy.
Yeah, I just knew he got hurt. So.
If he's healthy, it'll be Drake May.
Yeah. No thanks. I don't need to watch this game. I'll see the final score and that'll be that.
Yeah, I'm going to take the
It's
Patriots.
not going to be on red zone very much. Let's be fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am going to take the Patriots, though, as long as Drake May is playing. This line says he isn't, at least right now.
He's
But-
not on the injury report.
Okay, so maybe, I don't know, but give me the Patriots at plus 3.5. The Titans are not a good team. They do not, their offense does nothing for them. Their defense, which we thought was going to be better this year, has not looked great. So give me the 3.5. I mean, this will be a close game just because I don't think either team is just going to run away with it. Neither offense is good enough to do that. Alrighty, moving on to the next game. Again, we'll have to admit that this is not a great game either. The New Orleans Saints traveling to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Right now, the Saints are 7.5-point favorites. Over under 43.5. Matt, what do you got?
Andy Dalton going to be back from the thumb?
Yes, but will he start?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because if he's back, I'm assuming that he will start.
Who knows?
Are the Panthers even looking to win at this
That's the
point?
thing. They just traded away Deontay Johnson
Yep.
to the Ravens, which is an awesome move for the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Derek Carr is going to be back this week. Yeah, actually,
Do you think they've accepted their
Oh yeah,
fate
Derek Carr's back this week.
as just, we're going to get the number 1 pick again, and
waste it
they're just
again.
going to tank it?
Yeah. If Derek Carr is back this week, give me the Saints.
That's 7.5.
Yeah. It's at minus 105, so you could probably get it to 6.5.
I'll take the Saints minus 7.5.
6.5 is minus 140. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm going to just take them 7.5 because I think it's going to be, if the Saints can look anything like they did in the first 3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and you're playing against the Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
come on, yeah, there's no chance.
Yeah.
Especially seems like the Panthers are just giving up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I mean the Panthers they're just a garbage organization. They have no idea what they're doing. They've just wasted draft pick after draft pick.
David Tepper, sell the team.
Yeah, I mean the Saints scare me because I don't think Dennis Allen's that good of a head coach. I mean, they worry me. I wonder what Derek Carr is going to look like off the injury. Their team has just not been.
What was
clicking.
the injury?
It's oblique, I think.
Oh. He'll be okay.
Yeah.
I
So
think he'll be okay.
this is tough. Alvin Kamara slipped back to not being quite as good as he was there the first couple weeks of the season.
Spencer Rattler.
Yes, they did have Spencer Rattler.
Taysom Hill is back and healthy. Taysom
Yeah.
had a big play last week, I think.
Yeah, so the Saints are the side, but I'm going to stay away from this one because I just don't trust the Saints enough right now. I want to see what they look like. So.
Okay.
Alrighty. The Denver Broncos, one of the more surprising teams of the year, sitting at 5-3.
This line's kind of crazy.
Yeah, sitting at 5-3, taking on the Baltimore Ravens after a heartbreaking loss against the Browns last week.
Don't like it.
The Ravens are 9.5-point favorites. Over under is 46.5. Brenton, what do you got?
Broncos 9.5. The Ravens, they cannot cover. The defense lets up garbage time touchdowns when the game should be put away with a simple, stop on fourth down with a simple interception with just catch the ball. Just catch the ball.
Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle, catch the ball.
Sean Payton.
Rashad. Eddie Jackson, catch the ball twice. I mean, moral of the story, the whole team needs to learn how to catch the fucking ball. If Lamar Jackson has to do it fucking self, he'll just throw one up, run down the field, and catch it. I guess he'll have to do that.
Did Marlon Humphrey play last week?
No, I believe
him and
Nate
Wiggins
Wiggins
were
were
out.
out. They did practice yesterday.
That's
huge.
big getting those back.
That's huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they practiced today. They started practice today. So, yeah, I still don't believe. I believe the Ravens will win this game, but I don't trust them even with a lead. So give me the Broncos 9.5. Bo Nix looked pretty good last week.
Matt?
Give me the Ravens minus 9.5, and I kind of like the over.
46.5.
I do like the over.
I kind of like the over.
Ooh.
That Ravens secondary has been shreddable.
Yeah. And not that the Broncos have like a whole lot of deep threats or anything, but I just think, dude, I love Sean Payton as a coach, and I think that he can dial something up, and yeah, I just think it's gonna be a high scoring affair.
Yeah, I don't know. Bo Nix, he's played a little bit better than what everybody thought he would. I will tell you that they've played the Panthers, the Saints, both not very good. The Chargers, they lost to the Chargers. They beat the Raiders. They beat the Jets. And they beat the Bucs. So I don't think they've played any real top-tier teams yet. And that does worry me. I think the Ravens are a top-tier team. I think their defense is good enough, better than what they have played.
If Zach Orr can get his head out of his ass and call some good fucking plays,
Yeah.
because I don't think the defense has changed that much, personnel-wise.
Yeah.
I think it's play calling. If we still had Mike McDonald,
Yeah.
we might well be 8-0 right now.
Yeah. The Broncos worry me. I think Bo Nix is going to come down to earth a little bit. His passing has improved a little bit, but I still don't think he's that great of a passer. His mobility is what's good, and as long as the Ravens can contain that, I think the Broncos are going to struggle to move the ball. Give me the Ravens minus 9.5.
I don't know what the stats are on how much the Ravens are blitzing, but just from the eye test, it doesn't seem like they're blitzing enough.
Yeah.
We don't have a pass rusher who can get home on a four-man rush.
Yeah.
We need to create pressure. If we got to send an extra, if we got to send a cornerback on a,
Send Kyle Hamilton. That's
send
like,
fucking
yeah,
Kyle
that's
Hamilton
like
back.
that's their thing. Is
Kyle
like,
Hamilton was a dog last year.
Yeah.
He just
He's
hasn't
been
been.
a dog this year. Just now he's under the magnifying glass because he missed a pick.
Yeah.
for sure.
All right.
If you could catch balls like that, he probably plays wide receiver. So
True. On to the next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling up to Cincinnati, taking on the Bengals. Right now, the Bengals 7.5-point favorites, over under 46.5. Matt, what do you got?
I think Gardner Minshew is starting again. Fucking what's his nuts? Played for the Falcons, then got traded.
Oh,
to the Cardinals. Ritter, yes,
Ritter.
Desmond Ritter. He came in last week
Came in.
for no shot. He is not it. No. I mean the Raiders are just a trash ass organization.
Yeah.
Also, I think they're kind of punting on the year as well.
please deal Max Crosby.
Max
To
Crosby
the Bears.
to the Lions would be electric.
To the Bears.
Max Crosby would be electric.
There's also a lot. Apparently, the Browns are open to trading Zadarius Smith, and all they're asking is for a good day 3 pick. And I think the Ravens should hop on that opportunity, given they just fleeced the absolute piss out of the Panthers.
Yeah, what?
They get Deontay Johnson. Not only do they get Deontay Johnson, they swapped. So they gave the Panthers a 5th.
Or yeah,
But
they
the
got
Panthers
a
got a
6 in
sixth.
return.
But if Deontay doesn't stay with the Ravens next year, the Ravens could get a compensatory pick for him.
That's wild.
So they literally
Well,
have And think about this: the 5th-round pick that the Raven or that went to the Panthers,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be a later
Exactly. Yeah.
versus the
early
the Panthers are
6.
gonna be
They're going to be like
ridiculous
3
6.
spots back.
Yeah. So I mean, it's an absolute fleece
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Great job,
David
Eric.
Tepper sell the team.
Eric DeCosta's a beast.
Yeah.
He probably has David Tepper at some Diddy parties. That's why that trade happened.
To be honest, I don't really feel comfortable laying the 7.5 with the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
They, excuse me, they just came off a heartbreaking loss to the Eagles last week.
I wouldn't say heartbreaking. They were never really in it.
Well, yeah, but like you start getting some momentum in the season, and then like roadblock, get the
Yeah.
shit kicked out of you by the Eagles, kind of demoralizing.
Sure.
But I don't want to lay the 7.5 to be honest, but I'll throw them in a moneyline parlay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Brendan, do you got anything?
I still don't trust the Bengals, but they'll win this game. Give me the -7.5.
Yeah,
The Raiders are trash.
I'm gonna ride with you here. The Bengals, they have to essentially win out to make the playoffs. I mean, the starting 3-5 is just atrocious. I mean, they are a better team than that. They should be, 5-3, 4-4.
I mean, to be honest though, the way that the AFC, I mean,
They should beat the Ravens.
the Texans are 6-2, and then the Chiefs are 8-0. Other than that, like
There's
every
really
team's
nobody.
500. Like,
It's crazy. I mean, the AFC. 2 years ago, the AFC was a gauntlet, and
Yeah.
now they're terrible.
yeah.
They're just not good. So I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to trust the Bengals in a spot like this, but at the same time, I think they. I think I'm gonna say this probably 3 more times this year is. They're gonna turn it around, right? This is their week to turn around and make a statement. This
God.
should be a statement game. Give me the 7.5, and then next week I'm gonna say the same thing and lose more money on it. So. I'm kind of like Matt with the Jets on that one. So, alrighty, on to another game. We got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Cleveland to take on Jameis Winston and the boys. Right now, the Chargers are 1.5-point favorites, over under 42.5. Jameis was eating that dub last week, boys.
This line is wild.
It's another rat line.
Should have been eating an L after he threw 3 interceptable balls, and they all got dropped by the Ravens.
Yeah.
So if the Chargers have anybody who can catch a ball in their secondary, the Chargers are going to win this game.
Derwin James will catch a ball for you. buddy.
Derwin James would rather hit his head off a brick wall than catch a ball.
Dude, Latin he's
Downhill.
kind of a dog.
Uh,
He's basically their only offense. Like, J.K., yes,
Yeah.
is good, but, like, at receiver, Lad McConkey is fucking holy shit. He
He
got-
says
the
loaded,
Yankees are
0 outs.
The Yankees
2
are throwing this
errors.
game away. They
Aaron
should have just
Judge
had
missed
2
the-
outs. Yeah.
Aaron Judge missed the pop
Really?
out.
Yeah.
Gave him 2, and then that guy just
Missed that one. Yeah. They're letting him back in this. Give me a Shohei grand slam. Come on,
he's
baby.
a routine player right there.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jazz Chisholm?
All right. Back to the game.
Ooh, me?
Yeah, you were talking, I think.
Oh yeah,
You
sorry.
were talking about the Lad McConkey's their only offense.
Lad McConkey is their only offense. I don't really know, like, their defense playing well. Yeah, because, sorry, I'm just, like, trying to rattle my brain
Yeah.
around this. They played the Cardinals, held them to, what, 15 points, 16
Yeah.
points? And then whoever they played last
He's
week,
talking
I
about the
can't
Chargers. Let me look him up real quick.
I can't remember who they played last week, but it was a low-scoring game also.
They beat the Saints 26-8 last week. They held the Cardinals to 17 points, but lost 15-17.
Yeah.
Beat the Broncos 23-16. Held the Chiefs to 17 points, which honestly not as impressive this year, but they did lose 10-17. Lost to the Steelers, wiped the Panthers out, and beat the Raiders by 12.
Give me the Chargers money line -124, and give me the under give me the under 42.5.
Yep, Brenton.
I'm taking the Chargers.
And give me Jameis Winston to throw 3 picks.
Yes.
That feels like a lock.
He might even get 6 because he's like Karma's giving him 3 free ones. So
Jameis Winston to throw 1 interception is -168.
Infinite money glitch.
That is a lock of the week, dude.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm actually gonna ride with the Browns. I mean, Jameis brings an energy to this team. I think Nick Chubb is going to continue to get healthier. Kevin Stefanski is a good coach, and he proved that last week. I mean, I know Jameis was, he should have thrown more interceptions than he did, but that's the Jameis Winston experience. He is going to take chances, and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't.
I'm literally putting the rest of the account on Jameis to throw a pick.
Oh boy! All right, well, give me the Browns. Jameis,
It was only $21.
That's an absurd amount to put on him to throw a pick, though.
It's going to happen.
It is going to happen, and I'll be so glad when it does. But.
Well, yeah, the Browns. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think there's some underdog story this year. I just think Jameis is a good quarterback. He is earning himself a starting contract next year. This year, right? He's doing it. I mean, Stefanski, still a great coach. They got offensive weapons. They still have a good defense. So give me the Browns. I think they're going to get it done this week, especially the game's in Cleveland. So
I don't know if he'll ever be a starting quarterback.
I think he's going to earn himself a starting job this year. I mean, all right, here we go. Shohei Grand Slam.
It's not going to happen, dude. He hasn't hit a ball and he had one hit last
He's going to do it. Just watch.
He won't.
All right. On to the next one. We got the Miami Dolphins traveling up to Buffalo. Right now, Buffalo 5.5-point favorites. Over under 49.5. Not the highest total of the week, but a very high total nonetheless. Matt, what do you got?
Yeah, death, taxes, and the Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins. That's just what happens, unfortunately. So, my moneyline parlay of the week is going to be the Baltimore Ravens, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Money line. I don't feel comfortable laying the 5.5 simply because Tua is back and that offense can just get rolling at any point, but they're going to win this game. So
Yeah.
That's what it is. As much as I would love to see the Dolphins win.
Oh,
Yeah, see, told you. Shohei, you ain't fucking got it.
Trash. Boys, I saw something this week, and it has convinced me to bet on the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. I'm going to put a nasty same game parlay.
Yeah,
with
no money in
your account.
I just added $25. Because I forgot. Now,
Real quick. Please be a responsible gambler.
Yeah.
let me explain.
Only bet within your means.
Yes.
If anybody's familiar with the McDonald's mobile app, you get, when you order, they give you a code, and it's usually 2 letters and 2 numbers. Today, my mobile order code was QB17.
Ooh, follow the signs.
Josh Allen is going to go off. He's going to go nuclear.
That could be, though, maybe
Dodgers are on the board.
Maybe Jameis Winston gets hurt and Dorian Thompson-Robinson comes in and lights it up for the Browns.
I can't go that far. I will say that Josh Allen's going to go off against these Miami Dolphins.
So that's your reasoning?
Yes.
You know what I like?
I saw it.
Okay.
I have foreseen it.
Okay.
So I will be putting a nasty parlay together for a Bills offensive explosion.
I like it.
All right.
Go Bills.
Yeah, I mean, the Bills' offense is getting back to where they should be. They had 2 really down games against the Texans and the Ravens. I think Josh Allen is a really good quarterback. The Dolphins,
This might be the Grand Slam.
they've struggled a little bit. Oh, Freddie Freeman, baby. So I'm going to take the Bills minus 5.5. The game is in Orchard Park. The Dolphins, again, struggle against the Bills. The Bills just have their number. So I do like that. I also kind of like the over 49.5. I think both offenses are good, but
Yeah, I feel like the total on these games are always super high, and then it always goes under.
Well,
maybe that's just I just feel like recently, they.
Well, hey, Britton, can you throw all the money in your account on the under? Because then I will know for sure it'll be an over.
I can't add any more.
That's good. Responsible gambling. All right.
We're learning.
When are we going to the casino?
on to the next 1 o'clock game in a rare 1 o'clock Cowboys game. We get the Cowboys traveling to Atlanta right now. Atlanta 2.5-point favorites. Over under 41 and 51 and a half.
Shit.
So somebody
Do you smell toast, brother?
give me some nicotine. All right. Over under 51 and a half.
There you go.
All right, Brenton, let's start with you.
Man, the Cowboys are a steaming pile of dog shit. this
Yeah.
year. I mean, the only offensive weapon they have is CeeDee Lamb, and the only reason he scored that many points last week was because it was garbage time, and they were just trying to claw their way back into the game. Kirko Chains, he's got a little something cooking down there in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Seems like he's got the boys. They're gonna walk in. Well, it's their own trap this week, but it's their trap. They're taking over their own trap, and they're gonna beat the fucking Cowboys. I like the -2.5. I don't trust the Cowboys a lick.
I don't either, to be honest. But this just feels like
Oh, another run.
this.
Two.
This might be two. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be two.
Oh really? Okay.
You don't know baseball, bud.
Oh my
I
god.
don't. I never watch it. So.
This just feels like a get-right game for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate the Cowboys, but getting them at plus money in Atlanta against, like, a question mark, like, I don't know. Have the Falcons played anybody good?
I can
That
already
they
see Stephen A. on Monday.
Wearing the Cowboy hat. Got the cigar. Yeah.
My favorite is when he just shows the fucking TV and all he does is laugh.
The Falcons beat the Buccaneers 31-26 last week. They lost to the Seahawks 34-14. They beat the Panthers 38-20. They beat the Buccaneers 36-30, and that was when they had both Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. They beat the Saints 26-24. They lost to the Chiefs 22-17. Probably should have won that game. They beat the Eagles 22-21. They lost to the Steelers 18-10. So not a bad slate of opponents.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I can't trust Kirk Cochain. And I don't fucking like the Cowboys either, but I see the Cowboys getting 2.5 at plus money, and I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with Brendan. Give me the Falcons -2.5. Their offenses look a lot better. They're just clicking. The Cowboys have no run game. I believe, and fact check me on this, but CeeDee Lamb received 17 targets last week. The rest of the Cowboys receivers and tight ends and everything received, I believe, 18 or 19 targets total.
Jesus.
He received almost 50% of the total team targets. The Cowboys just have nothing going on right now. Micah Parsons is not
Their
playing.
running game is
They
atrocious.
can't run the ball.
Their offensive line is
when
not
you
good.
It's
they got
24 Zeke Elliott.
Yeah, they got 24 and Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook had a couple carries.
And Rico Dowdle
Yeah.
is hurt.
So I
correct?
mean,
back.
I'm not sure, but the
Doesn't
Cowboys,
really matter.
they're just
It looks like he's gonna be back.
they are struggling. The Falcons are clicking. If you can get them under the 3, I'm taking the Falcons -2.5. Uh-oh.
It's out. Oh my god.
Oh,
Dude, this is an
2. They
absolute
tied it up.
melt.
All the way from first.
wow. Oh, boys. Alrighty.
Get him out of the game, Aaron Boone. What are we doing?
Yeah,
Garrett
Garrett
Cole
Cole's
has
about
got to go.
to get pulled.
God
this
damn
is
it.
crazy. Alrighty.
How much money did you put on the Yankees?
None, but I'm about to put some on
The house.
They had already scored 3 by the time I even realized that the game was on, so I couldn't really get them at a good number.
That's crazy. Alrighty. We got the Washington Commanders traveling up to New York to take on the Giants. We got the Giants as 3.5-point home dogs. Over under 44.5. Matt, what do you got?
I mean, let's talk about it. The football gods, if they were ever on a team, it would be the
It
Washington
would be the
Commanders.
Commanders. Well, I don't even. It's not even football gods. It's just my defense was taunting the opponent while the play was going on.
What's going on with Tyree Stevenson this week?
Well,
What do you
that
think he's
again,
doing?
as I told you, Matt
Homeless.
Eberflus, that's a problem. That's a coaching problem, boys. First off, we got timeouts. Why are we not using the timeouts? Getting the boys over there saying, "Hey, we have 2 seconds left. We have to play our assignments here." Why are we running down the sideline? of making fun of the opponents when the play's going on.
Yeah.
All right?
Literally.
Your assignment caught that pass. The guy who, every Hail Mary, there's a guy who is responsible for standing behind the pile in case the ball is batted up in the air. He was your guy.
Yeah.
That's like emoting while the enemy team still has 3 people.
And you know what? You know what?
That's good. Good Fortnite
And I saw Bears fans on Twitter like, oh, they were holding. Oh, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
First off, there's all it is in the end zone is pass interference. They don't call penalties on Hail Marys like that unless it is egregious.
Yeah.
Okay. Play your assignment.
Yeah.
All right. I coach youth football. I teach these kids all the time. Play your assignment. That's the only thing I tell them. And they're 12 years old. And they can't even figure it out most of the time. You're an adult being paid to play that game. And you can't play your assignment for 2 seconds.
Well, the thing that was crazy is like
Focus up.
Eberflus in the post-game press conference was basically like,
I cannot
that
stand.
that 15-yard out
Did not.
didn't
What?
help.
A 65-yard pass compared to an 80-yard pass is... And the thing is, Jane Daniels didn't even get it to the end zone on the first pass. The batting the ball got it into the end zone.
I mean, it was right there though. Like,
But he was short.
for sure.
I'm just saying, he didn't get it on our 65. You think he would have got it there on 80?
Bingo. Yeah. All right, I'm glad we got that out of the way. I got blocked on Sunday from Elliot because I was taunting him so much, which is
15-yard penalty. One
one of the biggest compliments I've ever gotten.
I couldn't.
So, I mean, 87% of the bets, 90% of the money is on the Washington Commanders. I cannot personally do it, but yeah, that's the side.
Yeah. Brenton.
Give me the Commanders. The Giants are booty.
Yeah, I mean, Commanders is a side, obviously. I mean...
I'm sorry, we had to make you
On to the
read
next
this
game.
one more time.
We got the Chicago Bears traveling to
Perfect.
Arizona. The Cardinals 1.5-point favorites, over under 44.5. Brenton, let's start with you.
Bears defense is really good unless you throw a Hail Mary. So I think they played well last week. I mean, the offense sputtering as usual in the red zone, leading to the score was 9-9 at the end of the half.
The Bears?
Yeah.
No.
No. That was the Sunday night game.
Yeah, the Bears, I don't think, scored in the first half. They got a field goal because they got a field goal and 2 touchdowns. Both their touchdowns came in the fourth quarter. Caleb Williams played terrible in the first 3 quarters. And then give the man some credit. He had 3 touchdown drives, but our stupid backup lineman fumbled the ball on the 1-yard line.
Fair.
That man is not Refrigerator Perry, okay?
So, that being said, the
Once
Bears
again, bad coaching.
played a good game against a good team.
You go into the bye week, and that's what you come up with on your goal line package?
No, that's
Give
absurd.
it to a guard?
That's absurd. How many carries do you think he's had in his whole entire life?
So they actually ran a play earlier in the season where he was the decoy, right? They faked it up the middle with him, gave it to somebody else around the outside. And this was their big trick play. We're going to hand it to the big boy this time. I mean...
Got sniffed out like a fucking dog going for a treat, bud. I mean, come on.
Not even sniffed out. The man just didn't get the ball. He dropped it.
All right, you got anything?
I'll take the Bears money line this week.
Thank you.
Crazy.
The Cardinals I don't think are that good.
How did the Bears do against Jane Daniels running the ball? I didn't watch much of the game.
He was not
to be
running
honest.
much because of his injury.
I get it. He was a little banged up, but if he was, I thought I saw him scramble out of the pocket.
He did scramble some. I'll look up
I got
the
it right
box.
Dude,
Okay,
that inning lasted like an hour.
Yeah, the Bears.
Yeah,
The Bears
50.
only put up 15 points. So yeah, it was 2 touchdowns and that 2-point conversion.
I mean, Jaden Daniels had 52 rushing yards, 8
Yeah.
attempts. So pretty good. I think Kyler can get out of the pocket. Give me the Cardinals -1.
the Bears' rush defense is the weakest part for sure.
And James Conner's an absolute fucking
Yes, he
dog.
is. He can be.
He's
Okay. All right. The Cardinals looked really good last week against
Somebody
the Dolphins.
fart? Oh my god!
I did like 10 minutes ago.
I just either I'm smelling gas leak or somebody's ripping ass in here. And nobody's
I did not. The Cardinals have been somewhat impressive this year. I did not think they would be 4-4. Marvin Harrison Jr. has been playing really well. Kyler's been scrambling well. Caleb Williams, I need him for 4 quarters. All right. I don't think the Cardinals' defense is anything outstanding. He should be able to get back to what he was doing earlier. You know, he'd been improving week by week, and then last week had a down 3 quarters, and then looked great in the 4th quarter. Let me get that Caleb Williams for 4 quarters, and we will win this game. So give me the Bears money line. Alrighty, on to the next one. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling up to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Right now, the Eagles are 7.5-point favorites, over under 45.5. Matt, what do you got?
I mean, the Eagles put it on the Bengals last week. The Jaguars, I forget who they played, but
The Packers, and
they did, and
they
kept
almost
it.
beat the Packers.
They kept it close. It was
with Malik Willis in.
It wasn't Jacksonville. Is Jordan Love going to be back? I wonder. God damn it, ESPN! You're the fucking worst. Yeah. I'll add the Eagles in on the money line parlay, and that'll be it for that. So I got Bengals, Ravens, Bills, Eagles plus 179.
Alrighty, Brenton, what do you got?
Give me the Eagles. The Jaguars are bad. I don't have any trust in really anything they do. Trevor Lawrence has not looked good. I mean, he's not looked like the worst quarterback in the league, but they don't have a lot of offensive weapons. They got Evan Ingram.
Yeah, and Evan Ingram's looked pretty good.
I mean, their best receiver is Calvin Ridley.
Nope. Calvin Ridley's on the Titans.
Rats.
He actually just had
The best receiver is Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, never mind.
Not Brian Robinson. He's on the Commanders. Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
All right, boys. Let's get our players
Yeah, we
straight.
gotta
I
lock
knew
in,
the
gotta
name.
lock in. Anyway, give me the Eagles. Saquon's really. He kind of fits that team so well. I mean,
yeah.
So
it's beautiful to watch them just pound the rock, and then Jalen Hurts throw it up to Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Is AJ Brown anywhere close
Yeah.
to coming back?
Oh, he's been back.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
and
haven't heard
Devontae Smith had a great touchdown last
Yeah.
week too. So yes, the Eagles is the side I would bet on. My only thing is this is just the classic. Nice.
That's a routine play.
Okay. Well, yeah. The Eagles. This is a classic letdown spot for him. Sirianni is 3-0 since he shaved his head. The things are too happy in Philadelphia. Okay. It's gonna come crashing down. I think this is the spot it does because the Jags, even though they are not that good, even though the Jags have not looked amazing, I think their offense is starting to look better. They're kind of clicking some, so I think this is a letdown spot, especially at home. They're gonna go down early, and then Sirianni's gonna be getting chirped. The boos are gonna get going. I'm gonna take the Jags plus 7.5. I think that's just a little bit too much. Alrighty, on to what could be one of the most exciting games of the day.
A bit of a revenge game.
Yeah, we got the Los Angeles Rams traveling up to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Right now, the Rams are 1.5-point favorites on the road, over under 48.5. The Rams have been surprising the last couple weeks. Just when everybody thought they were dead, they have put together a nice little run of 2 wins in a row.
Before we get to this game real quick,
Yeah.
The revenge game for WP coming back to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Eagles out of the money line parlay.
Yep.
I just want it to be out there.
I think this is a classic Eagles letdown spot.
Okay.
So all right, Brenton, let's start with you on this one.
The Rams looked really good last week
Against a really good Vikings team.
They've got all their pieces. Well, I will not say all their pieces, but they've got a lot of their offensive weapons back. Cooper Kupp back. Puka's back. Kyron Williams still balling out per usual.
I love me some Kyron Williams.
That offense is really hard to stop with Matt Stafford throws an accurate ball every time, buddy. I mean, come on. Give me the freaking Rams and only -1.5. Come on.
Just take a money line, please. Yeah.
I'll take them up to 2.5.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I'm taking Rams money line. Gino coming out and saying that game felt like an away game at the 12's stadium.
Mhm.
Like that's kind of a problem for me.
Yeah.
And that stadium has always been one of the hardest, if not the hardest.
There
to play
were a
at
lot
in
of
the
people
league.
saying that there were a bunch of Buffalo people there.
Yeah,
last
I mean,
week.
Bills Mafia fucking travels.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The Seahawks had a good game against whoever the fuck they blew out a couple weeks ago. I kind of forget. My mind is torched right now. Kind of have a lingering headache and it's fucking me up. But I'll take the Rams minus 126.
Yeah, the Rams
I don't know about
have looked really well. The Seahawks offense is so hot and cold. They'll look amazing one week and then right back to being just not that good the next. So, but the Rams, I think they're getting back on track. Their offense is absolutely clicking. I think the Seahawks are due for a little bit of a bounce back after getting smacked by the Bills last week. The 12s are going to show out, I think. So, I think this game's going to be pretty tight.
All I needed was Noah Fant. Goddamn.
I do think the Rams get it done though. I do also like I do like the over 48.5. I think this is gonna be a bit of a shootout.
Ooh, I like that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, on to another very exciting game. Another great divisional matchup.
Game of the week.
We got the Detroit Lions traveling to the frozen tundra. Right now, the Packers are 3.5-point home dogs. Over under 47.5. Matt, what do you got?
This
Is Jordan
like
Love playing?
Huh?
Is Jordan Love playing?
I believe he
You sure?
probably will.
Based
Like, I
on
don't
this
think.
line, I would say yes.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think the injury was that serious, and yeah, based on the line, 100%. The Packers being 3.5-point dogs at home, like something just doesn't feel right about that. I know the Lions are fucking amazing, and I love the Lions. The Lions are basically America's team at this point. Like, who are the fucking Dallas Cowboys? Nobody cares.
Dan Campbell.
Everybody wants to see Dan Campbell gnawing on some fucking kneecaps. Yeah, and Jahmyr Gibbs running for 80 yards and a touchdown. So, as much as I want the Lions to win, I just feel like it's going to be a close game, giving the Packers plus 3.5.
Yeah, Britton.
I will also take the Packers plus 3.5. When Jordan Love's out there and he's slinging the pill, all willy-nilly, you think, oh, that could get picked off. But it doesn't. It goes right to his receiver.
Yeah.
The Packers' defense is really good. Really good. I mean,
The Lions'
No.
defense is also
that is true.
very good.
It's gonna be a real slugfest. But if you're gonna give me 3 points, I'll lean the Packers.
I feel like this is the game where the Aiden Hutchinson, like, being out is going to play a big factor.
Yeah, I don't know. This is divisional matchup. It's hard to 3.5 is a lot of points in a game like this. At home, divisional matchup. The Lions' offense has been rolling. I mean, their special teams have looked great, and I mean, special teams is a big part of the game. If
What
you
do we think about that total?
47.5, I feel like that's a little high.
I like the over, to be honest.
I kind of like the under in this one actually.
Really?
I mean,
Both defenses are good.
so Jared Goff does play worse when he plays outdoors.
Yeah.
This is an outdoor game. I think he may turn the ball over. As long as David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs can pound the rock at the Packers can be vulnerable to the rush. So I think this is a game where the Lions just run it at them and don't even let them have the ball. This is like the Lions have 40 minutes of game time possession, like just running at them. So this is a tough one. I can't bet on the Packers just morally, but I don't know if the Lions are gonna win by more than 3.5. I think this is gonna be a close game. I do like the under. I think. So it's a tough one for me. I'm not gonna give a bet on this one. So alrighty, on to Sunday Night Football. We got
This means you can't get drunk at 1 p.m. Or you gotta
I have an 8 a.m. exam on Monday, so I'm going to have to fucking...
He's off the sauce.
if anything, you should be on the sauce more. We got the Indianapolis Colts traveling up to Minnesota to take on Sam Darnold and the Vikings. Right now, the Vikings are 5.5-point favorites, over under 46.5. We got a benching this week. Anthony Richardson going to be riding the bench in this game. We got
Right in the bench for the rest of the season.
Yeah, moving forward.
We got Joe
Primetime
Flacco.
Joe Flacco, baby.
Primetime Flacco. Matt, what do you got?
I absolutely love it. So, I don't know if player props are out. Oh, they are.
Real quick, listeners, if you can hear that terrible rattling noise, it's the fan right above the microphone.
They can't hear it. They can totally hear it.
So something to look out for. When Flacco is in, Josh Downs is his go-to target. Like, yes, he will spread the pill around. Michael Pittman caught a touchdown a couple weeks ago. Alec Pierce gets some balls thrown his way. Not many because he's kind of just our deep threat at this point.
Dang, I picked up the Vikings defense because I thought Anthony Richardson would be playing this week.
Boom!
Dang it.
Just go ahead and keep him.
Yeah, I think we have to drop them.
So I would be interested to see what Josh Downs total receiving yards is, what the line is there. I don't mind taking him at plus 175 to score a touchdown. I do love Jonathan Taylor plus 105 to score a touchdown. He just dropped the Vikings. But I mean, 5.5 points on primetime. Colts get a Sunday Night Football game this week, and then in 2 weeks against the Jets. We're about to be America's new team. Who are the Lions? Give me the Indianapolis fucking Colts. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said earlier, I love the Colts much more now that they have, and that sucks to say, but with Joe Flacco, we are a much better team, unfortunately. I did see, everybody's talking about AR's completion percentage. It's at 44.5% or something on the season, which is god fucking awful. But Josh Allen in 2017 or 2018 or something, his rookie year, his completion percentage was 52%. And look at him now. So, maybe with a little bit of time, he can be something. If not, hey, the Colts have proven we will go get a fucking quarterback. We are not dead set on keeping fucking Carl Wentz back there, breaking both of his fucking ankles.
No, they're just going to bring in
We'll go get shitty Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah.
They're just going to bring in a 40-year-old. Oh, Aaron Rodgers will be playing for the Colts next year.
Bet.
That might be a problem because I will lose so much money on the Colts.
Uh-oh. Dodgers are taking it to the 6th.
They got out of it, yeah. I like the Colts plus 5.5. I would love to see them win the game, obviously, plus 194, but
Vikings are a solid team.
The thing that scares me is Vikings coming off 2 losses. If they could have snuck it out last week against the Rams, could have been a nice little sleeper game for the Colts to come in and fucking whoop some ass. If we don't forget, a few years ago, the Colts were up 33-0 with Jeff Saturday, or 33-3 or something, and the Vikings had the greatest comeback in NFL history.
I missed that game.
Against the Colts.
I'll never forget that. I was with my wife's family for Christmas, and she's like, "You have to stay off your phone," and I was like, "All right, well, it's okay because the Colts are up 30 at halftime." So I put my phone away, and I went to the bathroom at one point. I get my phone out, and I'm like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Oh, it was crazy.
It was
Could not believe it. I'll never forget
It was
that.
a treacherous game to watch.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
All right, Brenton, what do you got?
I'll ride Colts plus 5.5.
Fuck yeah, baby.
I like a close primetime game. That's what we all are hoping for.
Yeah.
And obviously, Flacco's going to give a big boost, I think. He knows how to play quarterback. He's proven that. He's elite. He's elite.
He is an elite quarterback.
And
Donald Trump
I
himself says he's an elite quarterback.
Yes. I don't hate the over either.
I like the under.
I don't hate it. The Vikings can score, and if Joe Flacco can
Their
score...
offense hasn't been that good lately.
Are you sure about that?
How many points did they put up against Rams?
They've got Justin Jefferson.
I understand.
They got
Aaron
T.J.
Jones.
Hawkinson.
You mention them
And Aaron
every
Jones.
and Jordan Addison and T.J. Hawkinson.
I don't
You
care
say
about those
every
guys.
fucking week. Yeah, I know.
The offense has all the weapons, Matt.
They have all
They put up 20 against the Rams. They put up 29 against the Vikings. They put up 23.
They are the Vikings, so
Sorry, they put up 29 against the Lions. They put up 23 against the Jets. They put up 31 against the Packers. They put up 34 against the Texans.
okay.
They put up 23 against the 49ers. They put up 28 against the Giants, but still, like,
They can score, buddy.
they can score.
Colts defense is a problem.
Not for Justin Jefferson.
Okay, I will say this though. I don't know what Gus Bradley goes. I don't know what goes through his brain whenever he's game planning.
Nothing.
We have 4 defensive linemen. Our defensive ends are 3 yards outside of the fucking tackles, and then Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner are basically in between the guards and the
ISO.
and the tackle. Joe Mixon ran it up the middle fucking 10 times last week, and they just pinched the fucking lineman in
Man,
a
it's
little
almost
bit.
like it's almost like you need an all-pro linebacker that you had 3 years ago.
Yeah, Darius Leonard, Shaquille Leonard kind of was washed up.
Flash in the pan.
One and done.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 5.5 is a lot. I think the Colts with Joe Flacco is a much better offense. I think their defense is. I mean, Kevin O'Connell. There is zero chance that Gus Bradley can scheme up a defense to stop Kevin.
That's
O'Connell.
what worries me.
So, 5.5 is a lot, but I think I'm going to ride with the Vikings. I think they are a very good team. I think their defense is good enough to at least get a couple stops. And just the Vikings winning by a touchdown. I mean, that's all you need. I know that's a lot to ask, but I think this is going to be a touchdown game.
So the thing with this game is if you're gonna make the move to put Flacco in at quarterback, the offense better have a good fucking game. You know what I'm saying? We can't go out and score 10 fucking points.
The trouble is if the Vikings defense can get pressure on Flacco, what's he gonna do?
That's why I like Jonathan Taylor to score a touchdown, because we're gonna have to fucking run the ball.
Sure. Yeah. I'm definitely leaning the Vikings in this spot. I'm curious. It's crazy that Vikings are getting 77% of the money and 75% of the bets. So that does worry me. But I'm gonna see what happens. Maybe this line moves a little bit. If it moves up to 6.5 for the Vikings,
It won't. It'll go down before it goes up.
really? Well, we'll see. But I do like the under as well, under 46.5. So, alrighty, on to Monday Night Football. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Kansas City. Right now, the Chiefs, 8.5 point favorite, over under 45.5. The Chiefs 7-0. The Buccaneers 4-4 after losing Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. They still put up a pretty good fight against whoever they played last week, which I can't remember now.
Yeah,
it was on the tip. I mean, it's crazy. I can't remember.
They played
anything.
the Falcons. They
played the Falcons, and they still put it. Yeah, they almost came back and won that one. So, alrighty, Brenton, let's start with you.
I have no faith in the Chiefs covering an 8.5 spread.
Yeah.
Their offense has looked pretty abysmal.
Patrick Mahomes has thrown an interception every game.
Yep, love that. But somehow they are still 7-0. He's
4-2.
rattled.
Well, you know what I was thinking about the other day? That the Steelers team from 5 years ago, it was one of Big Ben's last years. They were 11-0.
Yeah, 11-0.
They were not rolling, but they looked terrible. And then they went up against they were the football team at the time, I think, and they beat them. The Commanders beat them in prime time, I think, and they lost every game after that. And this is giving me vibes from that. Except their defense, the Chiefs' defense is unbelievable. I mean, Steve Spagnuolo is probably just out of all the coordinators in the NFL, he's top 3.
I don't know how he doesn't get a head coach.
Because he was terrible as a head coach, and I think he knows that he just needs to stay with the Chiefs because that gives him his best
Well, that
shot.
would be smart.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Why not just win a bunch of Super Bowls with the Chiefs instead of going and being a bad head coach again?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
So,
funny.
he's getting paid pretty good, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He'd get paid better as a head coach.
I think he'd rather have Super Bowl rings.
That's
Robert
funny.
Saul is getting $2,000 per minute
Yeah.
to not.
Actually,
coach
you know
the
what?
Jets.
He should go get a head coaching job. Yeah, and just get fired. And then go right back to the Chiefs, make a lot of money.
Yeah.
All right, Brent, what do you got?
I'm not taking anything. I don't trust the Chiefs' offense. Like you said, the Bucs played well last week, even with the injuries.
Mhm.
But they're still going to lose this game. The Chiefs are going to win.
Yeah. Matt?
Give me the Chiefs -8.5. I don't know.
You think this is the week they bust out the slump?
Travis Kelce scored a touchdown last week.
Yep.
That was huge. And then like the Bucks, I don't know, dude. Losing your top two weapons, I know we talked about it, but like, it just Rashad White ain't gonna fucking do it for you, and Cade Otton isn't gonna catch 2 touchdowns again or however whatever he caught.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't. I'm dropping his ass. The second he performs poorly, I'm dropping his ass.
Yeah,
The Chiefs are the Chiefs until they prove to me that they're not. So.
I know that's my problem. Is it's like I don't like Patrick Mahomes. I think he's been bad, and people are finally starting to come around to that he's not playing very well. But
It's the same thing with
The
Tom Brady and Belichick, except
Andy
this
Reid.
time Andy Reid is the one.
I mean,
The coach is the
yeah,
one.
I said it last week. Their first offensive drive or second offensive drive, you will just see a scheme, and a wide receiver will not have anybody within 30 yards of him because Andy Reid, his offense gets people open. I mean, yeah, Mahomes is just he's not playing his best ball. It worries me. I just can't take Chiefs with that large of a spread. But the Buccaneers scare me because they had a good game last week, and I saw somebody break it down on Twitter. It's like Todd Bowles is a defensive head coach, and he let up 31 points to the Falcons. Okay?
That dude is a bum.
He let up 31 points. Not him, but his defense let up 31 points to the Falcons, and not only that, your offense loses its top 2 weapons. They give you 28 points without their top 2 weapons, and you still lose that game.
Did you guys happen to see any of that game?
No,
Or
I was
anything?
watching. Yeah.
The second touchdown from Kyle Pitts, that was 1,000%.
I saw the clip of that.
A fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I thought we had pylon cams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like, there's not a camera in the area. We're $1 billion.
Like, what are we talking about? I thought pylons had cameras like on every pylon. What happened to that?
The U.S. Open, the tennis tournament has advanced technology to tell exactly where the ball hit on the line, and we can't have a camera pointing towards the end zone.
It's absurd, dude.
It's crazy.
That's a bad look for Kyle Pitts because that's an easy walk in.
Yeah.
Finish it.
Just finish it.
Yeah,
Finish.
Well,
that's what your
not only
4th
that.
career touchdown.
He's celebrating.
Get it in the
Damn,
end
he got
zone.
2. You can tell how much he needed those because he was ready to celebrate.
Yeah, in prime time, I'm gonna take the Bucs plus 8.5. I do like the under though, under 45.5. Chiefs offense does not put up that many points, and the Buccaneers, if they win this game, they're gonna have to hold the Chiefs to not that many. I mean, so yeah, give me the under. Give me Bucs plus 8.5, under 45.5. So, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Week 9 slate. Man, we are over halfway through the season.
We still have. There will be what, like 5.
Halfway through the regular season.
5 weeks of playoff football.
Yeah, halfway through the regular
Oh,
season. I should say.
can't wait for some playoff football.
Hey, let's enjoy the regular season while we have it.
Oh yeah, but God, the playoffs are just so good.
Oh, I know. And this year's gonna be so electric. The NFC is so good. I mean,
They're stacked.
yeah. And the worst part is, Patrick Mahomes has never had an easier path to the Super Bowl either. The AFC
One man stands in the way.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson. Please. Please.
Oh, I was thinking Joe Flacco. But...
Yeah.
2 men stand in the way.
Oh, I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. Somebody asked if you combined the New York Jets and the New York Giants rosters, would they be a Super Bowl winning team?
No.
I don't think so, dude. Because the
Yeah.
Giants are trash. I mean, the Jets could definitely use Brian Burns and
You'd get Malik Neighbors.
maybe Kayvon Thibodeau.
But
They
you don't even
fucking need him, dude.
Well,
Like,
I'm just saying. But Brian Daboll's the head coach.
I think he's kind of a bum.
What?
I think he's kind of a fucking bum. I
Daboll
think
is not a bum.
I think he'll be fucking out at the end of the year, to be honest.
Oh, if the Jets fire Daboll, here's the question. Here's the question you should ask, or the Giants. If the Giants fire Daboll, how quickly does a team get him in their building?
Maybe as an offensive coordinator, not as a head coach.
But it would be immediate. He would get many calls for it, and there would teams would want to get him on their team, get him in the building as soon as possible. that's your guide if you should fire your head coach.
I think if they don't have Danny Dimes doing Danny Dimes shit, like his game management is not very good.
Dayball?
Yes, not very good at all. And like, you lose Saquon, I get it. That's like a huge part of the offense, but their offense is fucking shit, dude. Like,
Well, so let's be honest. Saquon was limited in that offense.
Yeah. But I think they're going to give him another season because they're going to get a quarterback in the building. They're going to give him a season with a quarterback of his choosing and see what happens. So, Shedeur Sanders. Welcome to New York.
Trash can.
They need Travis Hunter.
They need a quarterback. What are we talking about?
If you have the number 1 pick and you don't take Travis
I don't
Hunter,
think they'll have the number 1 pick.
Sure. Yeah, okay. But if you have whoever has the fucking number 1 pick, even if they fucking need a quarterback and they don't take Travis Hunter, you are the biggest dumbest dipshit of all time. That dude is fucking electric.
He's not going to play both ways in the NFL.
He won't, but he's outstanding at either one you need him to be. So he is a once in a generation player.
I don't know.
But he's gonna probably turn out to be like a Tavon Austin. We've talking him up so much, dude.
I don't know.
Colorado's been good this year, and like
they've been better. They're bowl eligible. Like they are better this year. But I get he is the best corner in the league. He is a top 10 receiver in college.
Top five.
I don't know.
The catches that dude makes is they're unbelievable. Like, you can't argue.
They also have not played too many great opponents.
They're in the Big 12.
Yeah. Well, they did get destroyed by Nebraska, who isn't very good.
Did they get destroyed by Nebraska?
Yes, I believe they did.
I need to fact check that. Just
fact check.
And then we'll be done.
Yep.
Nobody's watching at this point.
No.
Really matter.
They lost 28-10 to
Okay.
Nebraska.
Was it in Nebraska?
It was at Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska's also kind of... I mean, they almost upset Ohio State last week, but kind of trash.
They also lost to Kansas State, which is their only ranked opponent, 31-28.
Close game? Big 12?
Close, yeah. So let's see. Their next best test would be Utah, who isn't very good, and Oklahoma State, who's not very good.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Can you just read off their schedule just for a minute? Because they might fucking win out, bro. Those 2 games are very winnable.
Yeah, no, they are. No, Colorado may win out, but they're not gonna make the playoff.
Yeah, they have what?
They're 2 losses. They're not gonna be in the Big 12 championship.
They might. Big 12's a tough conference.
It'll be Kansas State.
They also have 2 losses, don't they?
But they lost the head-to-head.
Yeah. Okay.
Their next 4 games: Texas Tech, Utah, Kansas, Oklahoma State. All winnable games.
Arguably, fucking Texas Tech and Kansas are harder than.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oklahoma State's fucking awful,
Yeah.
dude. And they shouldn't be because Ollie Gordon is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But Mike Gundy needs to lay off the booze and figure it the fuck out.
I think it'll be Boise State, Kansas State, and in the Big 12.
Well, Boise State's not in the Big 12.
They aren't. What is Boise State in?
They're in the Mountain West.
Mountain West. Okay, my bad.
But yeah, I mean, they'll be they'll win the conference, I'm sure, and get in.
Yeah.
Boise State. But
Yeah. I don't know. I get it, Travis Hunter. I mean, he can play both ways, but I just don't think he will in the NFL. And I get it. He's the best corner in the league, but cornerbacks, they don't go number 1 overall.
I think.
But there isn't a true number 1 quarterback either this year.
I think he would want to play wide receiver.
Ooh, I don't know. He's gonna want to play both ways.
For sure, but they're not going to let him.
Yeah. We'll have to see, I guess. We aren't NFL GMs, so.
Should be.
We should be. You are correct. Yeah. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this week, the few of you that are still watching. We have been Bets and Brewskis. Let's have a great week. Let's win all of our bets. Tune in next week for NFL Week 10 pick and preview.
Give me the Nittany Lions against the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Bets and Brewskis.